Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning to all. Okay, so today we are discussing 8th A. Okay, so question answers. Any doubt you have, we can discuss question answers. Then we can start with numericals. And tomorrow, if we complete 8th A today, tomorrow we will discuss 8th B. Okay, so 8th A. Any doubt anywhere? First, we will discuss the charge, then current we have discussed, then potential we have discussed at a point, then we discussed potential difference between 2 points. Okay. And then we have discussed resistance, concept of resistance, then obstruction, that is the resistance we have discussed, then Ohm's law we have discussed, conductance, specific resistance we have discussed, ohmic and non-ohmic as well we have discussed, that is variation of resistance with respect to temperature, how it varies. Okay, ohmic and non-ohmic we have discussed. Okay, and choice of materials of the wire. Okay, that's all. Superconductors at last we have discussed. So any doubt anywhere you have, you may ask. Question answers. Anyone have doubt?
No, sir.
First 10 questions, anyone have doubt? In first 10 questions, anyone have doubt? Anyone? If no, then may I ask one thing? Is current a scalar or a vector quantity? Is it a scalar or a vector quantity?
Scalar.
Krish?
Sir?
Harshit, scalar. Yes, Tamanna.
Sir, what you asked?
Is current a scalar or a vector? Is current a scalar or a vector?
Sir, it is a scalar.
Yes. Okay. Any doubt in 10 to 20 question, 11 to 20? 11 to 20 questions. Any doubt? 20 to
No.
34. 20 to 34. Any doubt anywhere?
Sir, if there is any, I will ask after solving.
Why you haven't solved till now? I told last time, please solve 0 to the I will be discussing. 8th A will be discussing.
Sir, when you will give mock test paper?
Forget about mock test. Tell me about this one. When you will study, give me this.
Sir,
Have you completed 8th A? You did no doubts in 8th A. No doubts anywhere. Any question you don't have doubt.
Sir, you are very much intelligent. 7th question.
I know how much intelligent you all are. 7th question, okay? 7th question, okay, let's discuss. Okay, mock test we'll discuss tomorrow, okay? Okay, tomorrow I'm going to take a small mock test, just of 2 questions, very easy questions. So we'll be given 2 or 3 minutes during the class. So first I'll be taking your test by putting it in channel, okay? Tomorrow 2 questions I'll provide. So the aim of the examination is just to make you familiar with the examination process, that's all. Whether you are able to attend or not, that's it, okay? So tomorrow you all must attend. Okay, so just 2 minutes.
Sir, make of 20 questions so that we can see what type of question will come. Sir, what type of question will come, we can check.
Study everything in the chapter, understand everything. It may be possible what I get in mock test may be different from that.
Sir will not give that question that sir is giving in the test.
Maybe or maybe not. I don't know. So 8th
Sir, I think it is maybe.
Maybe or maybe not. So it's maybe means it can or it may not. Okay, so 8th A questions, 8th exercise, go through them, understand everything in the chapter. Basically, your basics will be asked. And if you know the basics, you can solve anything. Okay. So no doubt in question answer. 7th question. Name the particles which are responsible for the flow of current in metallic wire. Which are the particles which are responsible? Electrons are responsible. Explain the flow of current in a metallic wire on the basis numericals. So the numericals I am starting from 1. Along with this, we will discuss the concepts as well, okay, with numericals. So first numerical in a conductor, okay. Everyone read the first numerical. We'll be solving these numericals within 35 minutes, okay. 30 minutes now. In a conductor, 6.25 into 10 is to 16 electrons are there. So what are the number of electrons? 6.25 into 10 raised to power 16. Okay, number of electrons 6.25 into 10 raised to power 16. Okay, and they are flowing from in a conductor. They are flowing from A end to B end. They are flowing from A to B. Okay, in 2 seconds. So time taken is how many? How much? 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Okay, and you have to calculate the current flowing through the conductor. Okay, if electrons are flowing in this direction, current direction will be this. If electrons are flowing in this direction, A to B, it means current will be flowing opposite to the direction of the electrons. Okay. Now time is given and electron charge is given 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Okay. You have to calculate the amount of current. So amount of current, first you need the amount of charge. Amount of charge will be how much? One electron is carrying this much charge. So n electrons will carry how much charge? N into E. This will be our charge. What is current? Current is charge per unit time. That is how much charge is flowing per second. Ne upon T. That is I equal to Q by T. So this formula you are going to use. Ne upon T. Number of electrons are given. Time is given. And charge on each electron is given. So you can calculate the current. Everyone calculate it now. You have 1 minute.
Sir.
Calculate everyone. You have 1 minute. And always check the units. Number of electrons, no unit. Charge coulomb. So coulomb per second. That will be the unit of current, that is ampere. Okay. Calculate it and tell. And direction as well you have to tell. If A to B electrons are flowing, it means current is flowing from B to A. Okay.
B to A.
Calculate everyone.
Sir, calculated.
Okay. How much you have got?
Into 5. So 5 into 10 raised to minus 3.
6.25 into 10 raised to power 16 into 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 upon 2. Okay. Multiply these one 16 and minus 19. How much? Okay. Tell me what you are going to do. 10 raised to power 16 into 10 raised to power minus 19. Are you going to multiply them or to add the powers? Okay.
We will spread the power.
Okay. 10 raised to power minus how much it is? Minus 3?
Minus 3.
Yes, sir.
Because I have seen students multiplying them powers. Okay. Second one, read the second question, everyone. Read the second one. A current of 1.6 milliampere flows through a conductor. So what is given to us? Current of 1.6 milliampere. Okay.
Yes, sir.
22 ampere.
I
Sir,
equal
charge.
to 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 3 ampere. This is given. Milliampere means 10 raised to power minus 3. If charge on one electron is given minus 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Okay. Find the number of electrons that will pass through each second. So charge on electron minus is given. You can take positive, doesn't matter. Because direction you already know. Electron 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. This is the charge. Okay. Now find the number of electrons. Okay. Number of electrons you have to calculate. Okay. What you have to calculate? Tell me that first. What is you have to calculate? Number of electrons that will pass each second. Number of electrons passing each second you have to calculate. It means N will represent number of electrons that are passing. Okay. We have already learned Ne upon T. Okay. I is given. E is given. What you have to calculate? Where is T? Where
1
is T?
second.
It is already given 1 second. Number of electrons
1
per
second.
second. That means N by T is a number of electrons only. Number of electrons passing T is 1 second. N you can calculate, everyone. Is this clear? Everyone
Yes,
can
sir.
calculate.
We will.
Okay, so today
Yes,
you have to
Yes, sir.
calculate them and tell me tomorrow if any doubt. Okay, third one, find the potential difference required to flow. We have to calculate the potential difference. That is potential at A point, at potential B point. The difference you have to calculate. For it to required to flow a current of 200 milliampere. I is how much? 200 milliampere. Okay. Resistance is how much? Through a wire of resistance 20 ohm. Resistance is given 20 ohm. Okay. And we have learned V equal to IR. And we have to calculate. Okay. So answer will be in what? Millivolt or volt? If you are using milliampere as the unit.
Sir, change into ampere.
Okay. You can either change it into ampere, 10 raised to power minus 3 ampere. And answer you will get 10 raised to power minus 3 volt. Then you can convert it into millivolt. That's up to you. Okay. Volt you will get 4 volt. Okay. Okay. Yes. 20. This 200, 203 gone 0 you gone 4 you will get. Third question clear to all. Fourth one, an electric bulb draws 1.2 ampere current at 6 volt. Okay, at 6 volt, the electric current is drawing 1.2 ampere of current. Okay, so V equal to 6 volt and current drawn is 1.2 ampere, and we have to calculate the resistance of the filament of the bulb while glowing. So calculate. V equal to IR, we already remember. R equal to V by I. It means how much? 6 divided by 1.2. This much ohm. It will be how much? 5. Okay, 60 divided by 12. 5 ohm. So while the filament is glowing, its resistance is 5 ohm. Okay, one question I ask. Does resistance of the filament of the bulb changes with temperature? Does it change or not? Yes or no, you have to tell. Filament of the bulb is there. It is made up of which material? Tungsten?
The tungsten.
Or rubber? Is it made up of rubber or tungsten?
Tungsten.
Tungsten.
Why not rubber? Why not rubber? Can we make?
Sir, current will not flow.
It's insulator rubber. Okay. So tungsten it is made up of. Now, does the resistance of this material changes with temperature?
No, it is changes.
It changes. Okay. How does it changes? Does it increase with the temperature or decrease with the increase in temperature? How does it change?
Sir,
Decreases.
Decreases. Okay. Mainly metals you take. Their resistance increases with temperature or decreases with temperature? Majorly?
Sir, increases.
It increases. With increase in temperature, resistance increases. Yes or no? Because the electrons increase the energy as well. Positive ions, they are vibrating. So in metals, always it increases.
Decreases.
Resistance increases with increase in temperature because positive ions are there. What is resistance? When electrons are flowing, they are colliding with the positive ions. They are colliding with each other as well. They are colliding with the positive ions. Now, as energy is gained, these ions they vibrate much. As they vibrate, that means more collisions are going to take place. It means more obstruction, more resistance. So in tungsten wire, it increases much. With increase in temperature, resistance increases much. It increases much. So while current is flowing, the current is cold, less resistance. Less resistance will be offered. But while it is glowing, with time, what will happen? It will get more heated, more heated, more heat. More temperature will be there, and resistance will increase with temperature. Okay, it is ohmic conductor for sure. That is, but with temperature it changes. With temperature, okay. For example, at particular temperature, this may be the resistance. Okay, this slope represents resistance. VI graph we draw. Okay. Now, as temperature increases, this will be the resistance. Okay, this is, for example, this is for T1, this is T2, where T2 is greater than T1. Now, see here, voltage is constant. The bulb, we are applying the voltage, potential difference is constant. For example, 5 volts, 10 volts, that depends on the battery. But see here, current flow will differ, will change. Why? Because resistance of the wire is going to change. How? See here, in the earlier, at T1 temperature, this much current was flowing, yes or no? For example, at 5 volt, 3 amperes current. Now it's much less, it has to be 3 amperes flowing. We are taking an example, okay? Now, as temperature has increased, at the same voltage, how much current is flowing? 1 ampere. You have seen resistance has increased, amount of current flow will decrease. Have you understood this one? It is very important. Have you understood this one? So it's ohmic conductor, yes or no? It's ohmic. At particular temperature, it's a straight line we are getting. The slope represents V by I. It represents resistance only. Y-axis component divided by y-axis divided by x-axis. V by I. This is the slope of the line, and it's constant same. So resistance at a particular temperature is same. It is ohmic conductor. At this temperature, it's more slope. It also ohmic conductor at particular temperature. Okay, nichrome Y is the ohmic conductor, but with temperature, with increase in temperature, its resistance increases. Okay, so while growing more and more, its resistance is going to increase. Okay, okay, do you know? Okay, I ask you one very basic, different from this. How we get the light from wire? How we get the light?
So from water. So from water, electricity is generated, and they are sending.
No, that's fine. Electricity. What happens in bulb so that we can get the light?
Sir, that electricity is going, sir, in that field. Sir, nothing.
Okay, what happens here? When electricity is flowing, electrons are flowing. For example, we can say current is flowing. So resistance is there. With resistance, what is generating? Heat.
Yes, sir.
Material is getting heated. The electrons get excited. They become red hot. Then they become white hot. And then we get the light. Yes or no? Okay,
Yes,
check
sir.
it once. Check it once today. We'll discuss it tomorrow more. Check it
Sir,
once.
what?
How light is produced in bulb.
Sir,
While
how we
current
will
is
check
flowing.
it? Sir, how?
You have the internet. You have the internet. Try to find it.
So now
Okay.
only I can find. So now.
No,
only.
not now. After the class, you find it. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay, it's very interesting. Okay, one more thing. You have seen the fire. When burning takes place, what are flames? What are the
Yeah.
flames? Which molecules radiate this energy? Wood is burning here, but flames you see. What are these flames?
Sir, arg.
We know that. But what are these flames? How this light is there? This red color or yellow color, blue color light is there. What are there? Air is there. Okay, why
Sir,
do you want it? Air is there. Something
Sir,
happens with the
argon
air
gas.
molecules.
Sir, argon
Something
gas.
happens. Something happens with these air molecules, so they emit light. Okay, try to find that one as well. Okay,
Sir, argon gas.
that's fine. Okay, forget about that argon part. Okay, so this question is clear. Okay, in semiconductor, what happens? In metals mainly, in conductors mainly, with increase in temperature, resistance increases. What about semiconductors? With increase in temperature, the resistance increases or decreases? In semiconductors, you all have done the question answers, yes or no? It's within the question answers. With increase in temperature, the specific resistivity, you can say, or simply resistance increases or decreases. For example, I am having a diode. It's a semiconductor. It's made up of semiconductor. Okay. When current is passed, as temperature increases, resistance increases or decreases?
Increases.
Sir, again repeat.
In semiconductor, with increase in temperature, the resistance increases or decreases? Semiconductor, I'm asking. Conductor, we all know it increases. What about semiconductors? Does it increase?
Decreases.
Okay, someone says increases.
Sir, decreases.
Okay. If you are saying increases, you have to provide the reason. If you are saying decreases, you have to provide the reason. Okay, Shekhar, provide the reason if why it is decreasing.
Sir, don't know. Sir, increases only, sir, if temperature increases.
Okay, then third option I provided does not change. Now, any who are going to raise hand for not does not change.
Sir, increases.
Increases
Sir, can
why?
Sir,
Yes, you
because
can.
the random motion of electrons increases.
Okay.
it
Oh, far
increases
away.
of metal, but it increase in
It's
temperature
not
of this
metal. It's not
conductors.
metal. It's semiconductor.
Okay, sir.
See here, conductors, we have insulators here. In between, we have the semiconductor. Semi means half of. Semi means half of, like semicircle we have. Similarly, it have the properties of metal, a conductor as well as of insulator. It lies in between, we can say. Okay. So, with increase in temperature, the resistance of semiconductor decreases. Try to find out the answer for this as well. We'll discuss tomorrow. I give one hint, forbidden gap. Forbidden gap. Okay. Valence band is there, forbidden gap is there, and conduction band is there. Okay. Try to find the answer. Okay. 27th question it is. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so next numerical. In between, I'm going to ask you questions. Okay. Next question. Fourth, we have done fifth one. A car bulb connected to a 12-volt battery. Meaning car, we use the 12-volt battery. Draws 2 ampere current. Okay. So voltage is how much? Potential difference? 12 volt. 12 volt. Current drawn is how much? 2 ampere. 2 ampere. Okay. So what is the resistance of the filament of the bulb? So this is the current drawn when glowing. Okay, how much it is? V upon R, how much it is?
V upon I, 12 upon 2, 6 ohm.
V upon I, yes. 6 ohm, okay. This is the resistance when bulb is glowing. When the bulb is glowing. Okay, now read the second part. Will the resistance be more, same, or less when the bulb is not glowing? Okay, we can take not glowing means it just started. We are just switched on. At this moment, what will happen? Will the resistance be same or more or less? It will be less. It will be less because temperature is very less. Temperature is very less as it just start. So temperature will be less. Okay, next one. Try next one, next numerical. Calculate the current flowing through a wire of resistance 5 ohm connected to a battery potential difference 3 volt. That you can do yourself.
Yes, sir.
It's very
Yes, sir.
okay. Seventh one is the graph. So you have to draw the potential difference and the current. Draw the VI graph. VI graph. So which kind of graph you will draw?
So VI graph, so line, straight line graph.
A straight line graph.
X and Y axis. Where you are going to take VI graph it is. So where will we go? Where will I go? X axis which you
Sir,
have to
we
take.
will, sir, in this, sir, and that. Yes, sir, this side V.
Y axis we have V and current
And
will
sir,
have
axis is I.
I. VI graph. VI graph. Okay. IV.
Okay.
IV graph. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You have drawn. You can draw it. So
Yes, sir.
corresponding to 0.2 ampere, 0.5 volt, you are going to get a line. Okay. Now, at last, you have to find the potential difference V when the I is 0.5 ampere. So when the I is 0.5 ampere, draw the line and draw it. You will get the voltage. Okay.
Sir, how we will find it?
How you are going to find? First, draw the graph. Okay.
Drawn.
Okay. On graph paper, mainly you have to draw. In here as well, without drawing as well, you can calculate. No issue, but we have to draw. Okay. So 0.2 amperes we have voltage. How much? 0.2. So first, how to draw? At 0.2, you will mark 0.5. Okay, this point you will mark 0.2, 0.5. Next one, 0.4, 1. 0.2, 0.4. This is 1. This is 1.5. This is 2. This is 3. 0.2, 0.6, 0.8, and 1. Okay. This is the first point, 0.4. We have 1. Second coordinate we have got. Third one, 0.6, 1.5. 0.6, 1.5 somewhere here. Please mute yourself. 0.8, we have 2. 0.8, mark 2. And 1 we have, at 1 we have 2.5. Okay, join the lines. This graph you have got. This slope represents the resistance. Okay. Now the potential difference V when the I is 0.5 ampere. So 0.5 ampere is I is here. Project it upwards. Now project it here. How much you are getting? 1. How much you are getting?
Sir, if in sir in graph different value will come, sir, in your other slides.
1 minute. Somewhere here it will come. Okay. Same line you will get. In graph paper, you get the same line. Mine is rough. Okay, I'm not using in the graph paper. So at 0.5, you'll get 1.25 volt.
Okay,
So at
sir.
0.5, yeah. Similarly, when the potential difference is 0.75 volt. When the potential difference is 0.75 means it will be here. This is the potential difference of 0.75. Draw it and project it. How much you will get? 0.3, I think. 0.3 amperes you will get. The resistance in the circuit. How to calculate the resistance? Its slope we have to find. Okay. It's very easy. Since it's a slope, you can either take y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, or simply as well you can take, that is any value you can take, 0.5 divided by 0.2. It will give you 2.5. Yes or no? It's a straight line. Its slope you have to calculate. Okay. Or simply you divide them, any two values you will get the answer. 1 divided by 0.4, 2.5. Okay. Mainly the resistance we calculate the slope. y2 minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay. You have to use to calculate slope like this. This slope. y2 minus y1. These v2 minus v1. That is v2 minus v1 upon I2 minus I1. Yes or no? That you is to calculate. Okay. 8th question. This is clear or not? 7th. 7th one, draw it today. Any doubt, ask me tomorrow. Okay. First draw it. Okay. 7th one, everyone try today in your graph paper.
Sir.
Okay. Okay. 8th question.
Yes,
two wires of the same material and same length have radii 1 mm and 2 mm. Okay. These questions are important. Okay. Let's discuss that. Two wires of same material and same length. That means two wires we have, L1 equal to L2 is given. Okay. First wire L1, second wire L1 and 2 wires. Okay. Same material they are made up of. It means ρ1 equal to ρ2. Yes or no? Specific resistivity. Specific resistivity depends on only on. It depends on only on, if you remember, material only, material of the wire. Because specific resistance is what? Resistance per unit length per unit area or not. R equal to rho L by A. Rho equal to R A by L. So resistance, specific resistance of any wire depends only on material. Whatever its area, whatever cross section is, whatever length is, doesn't depend. Okay, or R equal to rho L by A, we can say. Resistance of a wire depends on specific resistivity. Length of the wire, more the length, more the resistance. Okay, area of cross section. It means thicker the wire, less the resistance. Inversely proportional, you can see. Thinner the wire, more the resistance. This is clear. More the length, directly proportional, you can see. So more the resistance. Thicker the wire, less the resistance. Thinner the wire, more the resistance. As well, you can see its space is very less. Electrons have to move through that. It means they will more resistance will be offered. Okay. If I make your classroom, if you make the classroom door very small, resistance will be more. If it is more broad, more flow will be there, less resistance. Okay. So two wires of the same material and same length have radii of 1 mm and 2 mm. So R1 is how much? 1 mm. R2 is how much? 2 mm. Okay. This is given. Now compare their resistance. Their resistance we have to compare. It means R1 is to R2 we have to find. This we have to find. Okay. So R1 is what? Rho L1 upon A1. R2 is what? This ratio we have to find. Rho L2 upon A2. This we have to find. R1 is nothing, rho L by A. Rho L by A. Okay. As L1 equal to L2, they will cancel. L1 equal to L2. And since both the wires are same, we can take rho 1 equal to rho 2 equal to rho, or this equal to L. Okay. So again, if I write, I can write it like this. Rho L by A1 is to rho L by A2. So what are cancelling? These all are cancelled. What is remaining is to 1 upon A2. Area of cross section of the first wire, area of cross section of the second wire. Okay, area of cross section of wire, first wire is what? How is the wire? Circular, cylindrical or not? So area of cross section is the circle. So what will be the area of the first? 1 upon pi R1 square is to 1 upon pi R2 square. Pi get cancelled. What we are getting? 1 upon R1 square is to 1 upon R2 square. Can I write like this? R1 is to R2 we were calculating. This is how much? 1 upon R1 square is to 1 upon R2 square. Or we can write R2 square is to R1 square. Have you understood this one?
Yes,
Cross
ma'am.
multiply
Yes,
with-
sir.
Yes, okay. Okay, so R2 is how much? What are the ratio? R1 is how much? 1 mm. Okay. So here 1 mm is
You should play, ma'am.
1 mm square. Here 2 mm square. So mm square they are getting cancelled. What is remaining? 2 square is to
Sir, 2
1
square.
square. That is
Sir,
4 is to
4
1.
ratio 1.
4 is to 1. So ratio is 4 is to 1. So R1 is to R2 is how much? 4 is to
4
1.
ratio 1.
4 is to 1 we used to say. Okay. So is this clear? Have you
Yes, sir.
understood all? How to put? Okay. This is clear. This is important as well. Okay. Now, their specific resistance. What is the ratio of their specific resistance? Specific resistance we call as resistivity as well. Both are the same thing. So, whatever the length or cross section of the wire is, specific resistance depends only on material of the wire. We all know that specific resistance depends only on material of the wire. So, since both the wires of the same material, therefore, what is the ratio? Rho 1 is to rho 2. 1 is to 1 or not. It doesn't matter whatever length you take, whatever cross section you take, it doesn't matter. Specific resistance means it is the property of the material only. Okay, it is the property of the material only. Okay, you can see in your book as well, page number factors of rating. Specific resistance of a material is the resistance of a wire of that material of unit length and unit area of cross section. Okay, specific resistance means it's the resistance of the wire of unit length and unit area. So whatever length, whatever you take, the specific resistance is not going to change because of unit length, how much is the resistance of unit length and of the unit cross section area we are taking, that is called as specific resistance. So specific resistance does not depend on length of the wire, does not depend on area of cross section of the wire. What it depends only on the material of the wire or the body. Okay, so their resistivity ratio is 1:1. This question is clear to all? Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ninth one.
Yes, sir.
A given wire of resistance 1 ohm is stretched to double its length. Okay, this question will do. Okay, is stretched to double its length. Again, we can take with the same wire. It means rho 1 equal to rho 2. Okay, so R1 and R2 we are taking. R1 is what? Okay, this R2 we have to calculate. I think Okay, resistance of a wire is 1 ohm. R1 is given 1 ohm, and this R2 we have to calculate. That is when, see now, see L1 is how much? L2. Okay, so it is saying that this wire is stretched to double its length. So earlier it was there, we have stretched it. It means L2 has become how much? 2L1. If L1 was the initial length, it has been stretched to double its length. So length will become 2L1. What about A2? A2 will become A1 by 2. Yes or no? As we are stretching, area of cross section will decrease. If it double the length, area of cross section will be half. Yes or no? So R2 will be how much? Rho L2 divided by A2. This will be the resistance. Okay. R2 equal to rho L2 is how much? 2L1 divided by A1 by 2. R2 equal to 4 goes in numerator. It will be 4 rho L1 upon A1. What is rho L1 upon A1? This is R1. R2 equal to 4 into R1. R1 is 1 ohm. Therefore, R2 equal to 4 ohm. Have you understood this one? R2 equal to rho L2 upon A2. L2 is how much? 2L1. A2 is how much? A1 upon 2. 2 goes in numerator, it becomes 4. Rho L1 upon A1. Rho L1 upon A is how much? R1. That is 1 ohm you put. R2 is how much? 4 ohm. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So try to complete these questions. 4 questions. We'll discuss them tomorrow. As well, read them. Okay. So electromotive force, terminal voltage, and then the voltage drop. Okay. Then resistance are there. Okay. Internal resistance. Factors affecting the electrical resistance. Then combination of resistors in parallel, in series and parallel, and then in both. Revise that. Tomorrow, if you don't ask the doubts, I'm going to ask you. Okay, and then we'll discuss the numericals. So solve them tomorrow. Please solve today. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow mock test, I'm going to give 8th chapter. Okay. 8th A, 8th B.
Thank you.
Okay. So revise them, solve the numericals, go through the questions, and we are going to discuss the numericals tomorrow as well. Okay. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.